What's up guys and lady people, I'm HoodlumsCrafty and today I'm going to be giving you guys a top 10 list of annoying Pokemon. If you're capable of reading, you'll know from the video title that I'm not alone.
Hello!
Trickywi and I decided to come together and make a top 10 list of Pokemon that annoy us. So you should know from the get-go that this list is based on opinion. So if you don't agree with anything, feel free to leave your own top 10 list of annoying Pokemon in the comments down below. But before we go into the actual list, I want to bring up some honorable mentions. First off, there's the generic red Pokemon you encounter more than anything else, such as Zubat, Rattata, and Tentacool. We also have Miltank. I'm sure you could all guess why that thing's on here.
Another Pokemon that we're throwing in the honorable mentions would be Staryu. In Pokemon Snap, Staryu will make you so angry!
And then there's Klefki. Let me just say, Swagger, Thunder Wave, and Foul Play, when you have the Prankster ability and are a Steel Fairy type and has like next to no weaknesses, and you have a lot of resistances and can take quite a few hits and last a long time, you know, you get Light Screen and Reflect too. It's not fun. It's just annoying. Stop. And without further ado, let's go into the actual list. Ladies first.
Taking the number 10 spot is Pineco. This Pokemon has one of the most annoying abilities ever. Sturdy. Pineco is not really a threat, but any Pokemon who have the sturdy ability will annoy me. Plus, this dude is a bug, and I always tend to forget about that because obviously it doesn't look like a bug, but of course, that's the entire point of its design. Along with the handheld games, Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2 were among my two favorite games to play as a kid. In the second one, there is a lovely minigame called Eager Eevee. And for those who have not played it, basically you play as a cute little Eevee and you frolic around this little rainbow ring and there's a basket in the middle and it will be lifted at random and you have to dash before all the other players and get the fruit that is underneath. But of course it can't be that freaking easy. Sometimes a Pineco will be underneath there. And if you hit it, you explode and die. Not really, but you'll be forced to skip the next turn. And I'm extremely impulsive, so whenever the basket lifted up, I would dash for it and I would hit that freaking Pineco every single time. Every freaking time. Never failed. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to number 9.
In the number 9 spot, we have Pelipper. Not only is it a terrible Pokemon, but when you give it the time of day and battle with it, all it does is spam Protect because it knows it's bad. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't have time for this. I've got other things to do. Don't protect yourself. Catch this Thunder Shock. And that right there is just enough reason to make onto this list. Like, I just really dislike Pokemon that spam Protect and silly stuff like that over and over. But, I mean, Pelipper isn't all bad. He's kind of cool in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I swear all this thing is good at is being a postman or a post bird, a post pelican, a post water bird. I guess, but just, I mean, I don't hate Pelipper. I don't have really much hard feelings with him other than the fact that all he does is presses Protect just to like waste your time. It's like what are you doing? Just like water gun me or something and then just take a Thunder Shock and die and we'll be on our merry way. Just like this list is on its merry way to the number 8 spot.
At number 8, we have Snorlax. There are a number of reasons why Snorlax is annoying. First off, Snorlax is a huge special defensive wall, and with a high HP base stat, this dude takes so many hits to defeat, especially if it is EV trained. If an enemy Snorlax has Rest or Curse a part of its moveset, I'll freaking scream. I can't freaking stand fighting Snorlaxes with Rest and Curse. They're evil. Its HP is a pain in the butt. Once you get it down to the very bottom, it goes to freaking sleep, and then you have to bring it right back down only for it to use Rest again. Apart from competitive play, this Pokemon is even a pain in the butt in the storyline. Snorlaxes are notorious for blocking pathways in multiple Pokemon games. You always have to go another way or go through a life-threatening mission to receive a Pokeflute, wake it up with the Pokeflute, only to make it fall asleep again so you could catch it. Or you could just make it faint entirely. Pokemon logic. It's beautiful. Plus, we probably could have always climbed over the Snorlax or went around it, but you know, it's fine. The only other thing that annoys me about Snorlax is its very low speed. Of course, if it had a high speed, then it would definitely be overpowered. They had to nerf it somehow. Besides all of that, I still think it's a very cool Pokemon. It's a classic.
In the 7th spot, we have Sylveon.
No.
Now, I just want to point out that I actually really like Sylveon. I'll even go as far to say Sylveon is in my top 5 favorite Pokemon. I don't know why. I just think Sylveon's awesome, but I know from experience that Sylveon can be a pain in the butt. And just because it does that generic wish, protect, and heal bell sort of tactic that Pokemon do, you know, like Florges, Chansey, Blissey, and Umbreon? Yeah, those guys. It does, Vaporeon too. Just a lot of Pokemon do it, but I feel like Sylveon just does it better. Because of course it is a fairy type, and fairy is pretty rare, being that it is of course the least populated type in the game, because of course it just got introduced this generation, so of course it's gonna be rare. But you know, it's not just the wishing and the protecting and the heal belling, it's also the fact that it gets Moonblast, which can lower special attack, has the chance to do that, and it also gets a thing called Pixelate, which is an ability of course, and it works the same way as Aerolate if you know what that does, but if you don't know what Aerolate does or Pixelate, it pretty much turns normal type moves into fairy type, and it adds the stab onto it, so it becomes really powerful, and moves like Hyper Voice are just amazing to carry on Sylveon. So you know, having Hyper Voice, it just does a lot of damage even if you have no investments into special attack, so just Sylveon's just a powerhouse, man. And if you don't want to use Pixelate and you want to run Moonblast instead, then there's Cute Charm, which can be incredibly annoying. So I mean, I love you Sylveon, but I can't lie, you're pretty annoying when you want to be. I mean, just nobody's perfect, right? Sylveon, we're still bros. I'm not trying to talk down on you. You're just awesome. These people don't understand you. All I'm waiting for now is someone to make a joke for the fact that I like Sylveon and I'm 4 times weak to it. Go on. Comments are there. Just leave it.
At number 6, we have Celebi. This is more of a personal reason why Celebi annoys me. When the 2nd generation Pokemon first came out, I was still in elementary school. My real name is Shelby, and the kids in my grade had already nicknamed me Celebi. When the games came out, they eventually started calling me Celebi, and it used to annoy me so much. I suppose it was cool the first few times, but after hearing it every 5 seconds, it got old pretty fast. Besides that, I like this Pokemon, but it does have too many weaknesses in my opinion. Poor little onion fairy. Speaking of fairy, I want this Pokemon's type to be changed to grass and fairy. I think it would fit it a little bit more.
Taking the number 5 spot is Trevenant. He doesn't look like much other than just like a fucking Sudowoodo evolution, which he isn't, just like how Lovedisk doesn't evolve into Alolan. But I mean, that's irrelevant, that's just another reason why he's annoying. But the main reason Trevenant is on this list is just for his use competitively, like Sylveon is. He's just annoying. I can't tell you how many times I've been wrecked by a Trevenant and it just doesn't feel good, like he's just mocking me. Usually it goes with him setting up a substitute, then maybe some leech seeds. He can also curse you if he wants, he can carry Shadow Claw or Horn Leech, and then the trick behind it is that he has the ability Harvest, and he can hold a Citrus Berry. You know, he substitutes like 2 times, Harvest activates and gives him his Citrus Berry back after he gets his health back, and then he's Leech Seed and health back from you, and he's Horn Leech and health back from you. He's just a fucking leech, and nobody likes leeches. Who likes leeches? Nobody likes leeches. Or you could even pull a Shady Penguin and run a Chesto Berry set with Rest. That was probably the worst Trevenant I ever battled. I had so much trouble taking it out. If you're not prepared for it, you're probably gonna get fucked. You can also carry Will-O-Wisp just to stop you from taking him out even more, if you're a physical attacker, of course, and that's just incredibly annoying. Seriously, before X and Y was released, I was kind of hyped for this little dude. People were going around like, oh my god, there's this new tree guy, and people speculate that he's an evolution of Sudowoodo. I'm like, finally, Sudowoodo's gonna become cool. But no, he's just an annoying ass tree that leeches from you, and I don't like him. I really don't like him. I mean, as when it comes to his design, and stuff like that. It's not bad. Trevenant looks kind of creepy, and I like that. That's what I'm all about. But seriously, Game Freak just added a bunch of annoying Pokemon in Gen 6, and Trevenant is one of the most annoying in my opinion.
At number 4, we have Graveler. These Pokemon annoy me so much just because of explosion and self-destruct. Not only that, but I think that there's too many Gravelers in the wild, especially in Pokemon X and Y. Pretty much now, every time I see a Graveler, I cringe. You ever have those moments when you can't figure out why you don't like something or why something annoys you? Graveler is definitely one of those things for me. Even before abilities were even a thing, Graveler always annoyed me, probably because of its crappy design. However, I do like Golem. Golem is one of my favorite Pokemon. So, every time a Graveler pops up on my screen, I hate it. Make it go away.
In the number 3 spot is Abra. I actually quite like him and his evolution line, but catching one can be a pain in the dick. And you already know why. Because at the point in the game where you actually want to catch one and train him up, you probably don't have a Pokemon with Sleep Powder that can actually outspeed him. So your best bet is just tossing Pokeballs at him, and there's about a 25% chance to catch one in a Pokeball with full HP, which isn't too bad. But then, if you fail to catch him that first time, he's just gonna teleport away, and you have to spend the next 10 minutes looking for one in the grass because he's not that common. And one of the reasons I'm so salty about Abra is because in Fire and Leaf Green, when I was younger, I actually came across a shiny Abra, and guess what? I failed to catch it because he just teleported away. I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. I think I just closed my DS or Game Boy at the time, and I didn't know what to do. I was just like, really? Did that really just happen? Why, game? Why? But yeah, other than that, Abra is pretty cool. It's just, all he does is teleport. He isn't common to begin with, and he's pretty fast, so like outspeeding him with a Pokemon that could maybe put him to sleep, and he has Synchronize too. He gets Synchronized, so he could possibly put you to sleep as well, which isn't the funnest thing in the world. So just, Abra, you're annoying, but I love you.
At number 2, we have Wigglytuff. I have always had a huge hatred for the entire evolution line of Wigglytuff. Don't hate me. But Igglybuff seriously freaks me out. Those eyes, don't trust the pink. It's seriously plotting something. Like, really. And of course, Jigglypuff has made plenty of annoying appearances. In the anime, it's an annoying little brat. In Super Smash Bros., it's a pain in the butt to kill, and kind of a Kirby gameplay ripoff. Pretty much everything that it's in, it manages to be annoying somehow to me. And I have a confession to make. In Pokemon Snap, you have a choice to save 3 Jigglypuffs. I never saved them. I regret nothing. But anyways, Wigglytuff. It manages to freak me out, annoy me, and intimidate me in battle all together. Like Snorlax, this Pokemon also has a very high HP stat, so bringing this Pokemon down can be very time consuming. And Cute Charm is absolutely evil. That's probably the worst ability that I could ever have. I pretty much have a problem with all of the pink blob looking Pokemon. Usually their defense or HP is very high and they're always annoying to defeat. But I'm not the only one who finds Wigglytuff annoying. Let's have a moment of silence for Hoodlum Scrafty. Of course, while laughing at him.
So Jolteon got another double kick off. Thank you very much, Jolteon. Got some more damage off on it this time to go for a wish again. If we can take it out with the next double kick, like if we get a crit or something, then I'll be very fucking happy. Like, come on, Jolteon, pull through for me, Jolteon. He doesn't pull through for me when I need him to. He's going for the Ice Beam, probably going to crit me, probably going to freeze me, because why the fuck not, right? Yeah, but there's the crit, and the freeze! Are you fucking serious right now? Oh my fucking god. Fuck Wigglytuff. It can eat a dick, honestly. Oh my fucking god. Alright, here we are. Number 1 on our top 10 most annoying Pokemon list is Talonflame. For those that know me, probably saw this coming, but I just really have it out for this bird. I really don't like him. Just like Trevenant, I've been destroyed by him multiple times, and he's just put like that bad taste in my mouth to where I just really don't like him at all. For those that don't know, he has this tricky little ability called Gale Wings. Now what that does, it gives priority to any flying type moves. So moves like Roost, Acrobatics, and Brave Bird, they always go first, unless of course your priority is faster or you've got more priority than him, like Fake Out would go before it, Protect would go before it, just stuff like that. But the chances of your priority being higher than his is pretty damn low, because Talonflame's base speed is really freaking high. It's like 120 something, that's all I remember. I just know he's so fucking fast, and just Brave Bird, everything always goes first, and it's a base 120 priority move. I understand with, you know, base 80 attack, it isn't going to be the most powerful thing in the world, but Zoomerall does work with base 100 attack. I know, give it a choice band, it's like base 150, but still, it's base 40 power with Aqua Jet, Talonflame with the choice band, and Brave Bird. It just isn't fun. And I do understand that there are multiple counters to him, like Rotom Wash, Tyranitar. I mean, Talonflame even gets U-turn, and there's actually a counter to Rotom Wash too, so just Talonflame, it just seems like there's no stopping him. Especially when he gets a Swords Dance up. After that, I just pretty much put my game down and give up. Like, I can't do anything to a Swords Dance Talonflame because I don't want to have to use Rotom Wash all the time. So, you know, if I don't bring one, then I'm gonna just lose to Talonflame. The Swords Dance set is actually the one I would always get messed up by, and I'm pretty sure that's like the most common one, but there are sets like the bulk up one, so, you know, try Rock Sliding him to death, he's gonna take that and roost away his health, and even if you go for a Rock Slide, you just roost, and that's only 2 times weak, so just Talonflame is just a massive problem. It's just all mind games, and it's pretty much like Aegislash, but I just find him just a lot more annoying. I will admit though, he is really good for breeding, if I actually did that, but you know.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please be sure to share the Pokemon that annoy you the most in the comments below.
Yeah, what she said. And after you've done that, be sure to also check out Tricky's channel. The link to that will be, of course, in the description below. She makes Pokemon videos just like I do, and I'm sure you'll love them, so just go check them out. And that's all really, so yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye!